And now sports with Chris Dewar from the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Sports Desk.
After two hard-fought sectional wins last week, Quincy Notre Dame volleyball returned to the court tonight for their super sectional match with Breeze Mater Dei. The same Mater Dei squad ranked #1 in the state, and the same Mater Dei squad QND beat just a few weeks ago in 3 sets. So could the Lady Raiders knock them off again tonight with a trip to state on the line? So here we go. Lady Raiders looking for their 37th win of the season. They had just 2 losses coming in, and let's get this one going with a spike. And it's going to be Nora Wiley who delivers it, and that knocks this game up 1-1 very early on. And then in just a moment, you're going to see the QND students who made the trip for this one. They certainly showed out. Now we're going to take you to another one. It's QND's Eva Breckenkamp, some force behind that spike right there. Knocks us again 3-3. This was a great first set, but now QND looking to build a lead, and it's Tristan Piper scores to help them do just that. Gets them up 5-3 at that point. We're going to show you a couple highlights from her in a row, this time in a little bit of a different variety, as it's going to be a spike, goes off the hands for another point for QND as the Lady Raiders continue to add on to what was a small lead at that point. Now we're going to show you some great work coming here from Madeline Boyer. Perfectly touches that one and goes off the hands and out of bounds for another QND point. And then we're going to show you back-to-back highlights from Boyer, this time coming with some real force, the spike, the set, and there it is for another point as QND built some real momentum there in this really good first set. And then as we continue here with QND, check out the ball placement right here from Annie Eaton. Looks like she caught Breeze Mater Dei off guard. That puts QND up 11-10 at that point. And I'll go right back to a spike from Breckenkamp. The spike never stood a chance on the other end, and a 13-12 QND lead. This was a real close first set all throughout as Eaton comes up with the spike. Nicely done right there. QND now up 17-16. Let's keep these highlights rolling as they're looking for a trip to state, and a nice dig here by Ashlyn Peters to save that one. And then here comes the spike by Wiley, some force. That makes it an 18-16 game at this point. And then as QND gets ever so closer to taking that first set, we're going to show you Eaton there for the block to score once again. You can see she's happy with that one as it makes it a 19-17 game. And then with QND up 23-21, it's Courtney Keck gets them 1 point closer with the perfect serve. And then here's the point that does it in the first set. The spike from Boyer as the Lady Raiders take that first set 25-22. Just one more set away from headed to state. But Breeze Mater Dei would force a winner-take-all third set. So here we go. QND at 1 point led 13-8, but Mater Dei started to show why they are ranked #1. That one placed perfectly, and Breeze Mater Dei at 1 point scored 6 straight points, and that was the dagger in QND's season. The final point is QND drops the final set 25-19 to lose in 3, ending their season. Chris Dewar has more on this playoff defeat for the Lady Raiders.
Well, certainly not the outcome, Ben, here in Pana that anybody wanted from the Quincy Notre Dame side of things, but you have to tip your cap at the end of the day to the #1 ranked team in the state, Breeze Mater Dei, who waged a furious comeback in set number 3, down as much as 13-8 at one point. Some great service, some great serve receive, got the Lady Knights back into this thing. They survived a controversial lift call with the score tied at 19 apiece and still managed to close this thing out with 5 straight points at the back line, and Quincy Notre Dame suffers just its 3rd loss of the season and its most disheartening one as it denies the Lady Raiders a trip to state, 1 game shy. Again, a phenomenal season for Danielle White and her squad, but it comes to an end here tonight in Pana. Ben, throwing it back to you.
All right, thanks, Chris. Overall, an incredible season for those Lady Raiders with 36 wins. But back here in Quincy, we had a college signing earlier today. John Wood softball's Lakin Adich put pen to paper and is headed to Columbia College. Adich is a catcher who will be stepping into a program in Columbia with 2 soon-to-be graduating catchers, so a great opportunity right there. Here is Adich along with her current and future coach on what the special day means.
It's extremely special to me. Playing college sports was never something that I expected to be doing. So even being at John Wood is amazing for me. And getting to play at the next level, I am extremely thankful and excited to be doing this. I just have always had such a passion for sports, and getting here and knowing that I had the opportunity to play at this level, I didn't care what the circumstances were. I just wanted to get to play.
They're getting an amazing player that has extraordinary leadership skills and who is a huge block behind the plate as well. I mean, that girl does not let anything by her. She is a leader off and on the field as well. They're getting such a standout player, and I'm really sad to lose her because she's been my right-hand man ever since I got hired last season, and she believed in the program, believed in in me as a coach and most importantly believed in her as a player.
We're so excited. We got the opportunity to play against John Wood this fall, and we got to see Lakin in action, and we immediately, wanted to meet with her after the game, and then we were able to bring her to Columbia College for a visit. But definitely we're losing 2 senior catchers, and so to have somebody that's seasoned, that loves the game, that knows the game, to step in at that position is really big for our program.
Some college hoops tonight for Illinois College as they take down Blackburn to move to a perfect 2-0 on the season. Illinois College in control of this one pretty much from the jump for the 76-58 win. There were 3 different players who scored double-digit points in this one, including Josh Harris, who had 25 of them. Next up is the Bill Maris tournament, which begins on Friday in Jacksonville, Illinois. So now volleyball playoffs just about wrapped up for us here in the Tri-States, but still plenty of big games ahead. Handball soccer in the Class 3 tournament in just a few days after their 1-0 win on Saturday. And of course, high school football will have us traveling all over to bring you those highlights. And if you missed our Sensational 7, make sure to check that out online. We'll be back with you for more sports here tomorrow. See you then.